Okay. So this is Jerome. We were just talking about the things that we experienced in high school. So, you were talking about the coaches and the switches and the paddles. What do you think? Kind of reminisce on when we were growing up here at the Wood.
When we were in Millwood, they harped on as being with perfection as much as possible, so we could do what we had to do, especially in football and basketball. And if we messed up, of course, back then there were paddles and stuff, so we would get paddles if we would, mess up or not doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
But when I look back now, it helped us. It helped define us as a man or as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
It helped bring discipline. Number one, being loyal, being respectful. Everything that we did we were coming up as kids like, oh, they're being mean or whatever. No, they were just teaching us to be better men and better women than what they were at the time.
Now, you also talked about, because he is a retired Army veteran, and you talked about when you were in theater and you kind of reflect on what was instilled in us in youth, how you think it helped you when you had to forward deploy.
Well, it helped us a lot because, as I said, with the discipline and with you, and so when you go to theater, when you go out the wire or
combat.
Yes. Thank you. You need that discipline, you need that awareness and everything like that. That's what they instilled in us. They didn't teach us, they instilled that in us. They put it in us to where we would understand. Just as my friend here, Eddie, the preacher, the same thing with him. We all had that inner fire or that inner strength to keep on going.
And quitting wasn't an option.
No, it was never an option.
Quitting was never an option.
And to this day, I've seen soldiers and sailors and Marines that I thought that were stronger than me and came back to the world or came back to society and they folded. Either committed suicide or did something crazy. But what I learned here at Millwood was to always, keep, it's hard to explain, but they instilled that into us to where we are today, better men and better women than it was the day that they grew up.
And he lived with it. Let me go ahead and add this caveat. Let me add this caveat because his mama was in high school. She was our vice principal, and she regulated. Y'all talk about staying on business. What? His mama stood on business. So not only did he have it at school, he had it at home, and that's what we talk about.
That was my grandfather. But yeah. She would.
But who she get it from?
My dad.
There you go. So, as we sit here and we're out on the football field, the old football field. Let me turn the camera around so y'all can see what I'm talking about. We're out sitting on the football field reminiscing about the band coming in, marching in, the football players running in. And one thing I'll say about Millwood, they instilled in us excellence. And we just really, 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 really didn't realize what they was giving us. And now we understand when people ask, what high school did you go to? And we tell them we went to Millwood in the 80s. Like, oh, you went to the Wood. We was about excellence.
They used to tell me, y'all were crazy, yeah?
And so this is, yeah.
We were crazy.
Yes. But it's been a good time. And a lot of great memories forged here. We grew up here. This is when we became young men and young women. And interestingly enough, when you talk about the dedication and commitment, that carried us into just adulthood, and we didn't even know that's what they was doing. Because our teachers were hard on us, y'all. Teachers was hard on us. They would not accept, and I'm not gonna say we liked it because I know I didn't. They was hard on us. Or we thought they was hard on us. But they had an expectation and they was not accepting any excuses. Okay, wait. You say what? Yeah, they was hard.
It was hard on us. It was hard on us. Yes.
But they wasn't accepting no excuses.
Miss Effinger.
Oh, yeah, Miss Effinger.
Miss Effinger was one of them. Miss Thomas.
All those teachers, man.
Miss Thomas. Remember what Miss Thomas used to say? You have the nerve, the audacity, and the unmitigated gall. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember? Y'all remember? to turn this into me, and you call this a paper, and these kids don't even want to write 5 sentences. Don't, boy, what? They don't even understand.
Don't want to pick up a book.
Shoot, man.
Yeah.
The memory.